I'm doing this and I'm starting. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Let's start. Let's do. Da 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 da. Okay. So. Oh, you go back. Okay. I love a holidays one. I want handwriting. I like handwriting. Look. Okay. Okay. So one for Plague Inc. and that's it. I will, because I think tomorrow's the last one. I do want to power back up. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that'd be interesting if that's actually the case. I feel like it's more Victorian than anything else. But that could be a very strong possibility. Oops, just do something. Okay, so actually that is probably the same, it just has YouTube Shorts. Because it looks bigger than the big one, and I probably get why, because that's got the, doesn't have YouTube Shorts or YouTube Clip, which will make it around about the same size as it should be. Okay. So I'm just gonna load this, no watching anything. Okay, so okay. Okay. Hey. Quit. Count. Okay, that's bad. what does him? Okay. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so this will be the last one. That was a fun one. I think this has been the quickest one. Just 25 minutes. If I do things smart, then it goes fast. 1, 2, 3, Mary Keith, May 16. Two eyes on this one where no one is educated. Every door is locked up. Da da da. Like a thing. So yeah, time to upload. Or maybe not. Maybe this is a bad idea. I don't know. So the non-spoiler section isn't gonna be long. Besides the one thing that I want to talk about, which is sort of non-spoiler, but I will want to talk about it, is sort of the like digital stuff that they show. It is really interesting, and like some of the stuff that they talk about, which one of them, there's so much stuff to talk about, but like one of them, with the like showing the holograms and this and that, and also, these weak Marines, I hate this. But yeah, with all that being said, with all that being done, it is really good, and the only non-spoiler thing is the animation looks good, and every sort of like digital effect looks absolutely amazing. But I want to talk about, more importantly, you might be thinking, with 1 minute left, this is going to be short. No, this is going to be long. This is going to be long, because I want to talk about shit. First, because I've heard about this guy before. I think I've definitely, but the drop of Phineas Cage, I was like, wait, there's a lot of like psychological stuff, like, I don't get. But Phineas Cage was in the Game Theory episode. I'm like, I knew this fact. I know this one. It was like, it's really interesting to think about, and like really interesting to know. And I want to ask more people, do they know them a bit? One person who I know knows them because they're sort of a physiotherapist, but they didn't know it was Phineas Cage specifically, which is really interesting. And I like that idea because it's all about that. It's all about, see, if you know Phineas Cage, this is non-spoilers for this is just history. Phineas Cage had a sort of metal, I don't know if it was a railroad track or a metal road, through his head, sort of like below his eye, through his head, and he survived it. It is a known part of the fact, and it's one of the most interesting survival things because that sort of, nowadays you've heard stories about stuff like that before. That's become common knowledge, but back then they didn't know that. It sort of showed how the mind copes, and sort of led to these huge discoveries. If you want to know more about that, ask someone who knows. I just know the stories and know I know roughly about it, not fully in detail. Again, if you want more fuller exploration, YouTube probably has something about it. I don't know. Interesting. If you want to come live, I just search Phineas Cage. Shut up, and you work. But besides that, and all of that being said, just Phineas Cage. Dr. Oman Danu has a video. UCELA has a video. Today I Found Out has a video. Yeah, there's a lot of like people who actually know a bit more about it. But yeah, it is a well-documented case about it. To the point that I know about it. Because film very, but that's besides the point. I also like, the other thing I like, because I like the whole show. The whole show is really good and very dynamic. But they do two things. One, and I really want to know, is if you replicate something beat for beat of someone's life, would it be possible to recreate the individual? I would say, even if you do everything beat for beat for beat, you're not going to get a person back. This is not a resurrection method. You're just making a copy. At the very least. That's at best. At worst, you're just creating someone with similar outcomes. No one's a carbon copy of anyone else. And the moment he figured out about this sort of stuff, he wasn't able to do anything about it. It's so interesting and so hilarious about this all. And I just like it so much. In general, it's fun, it's interesting. And when you learn, because when you learn, the parents involved, that's effed up. When you learn his sort of like one and only friend was involved, it's like, what the? It's like, are you kidding me? Because like, for her, it makes sense because like, but like, for when you first hear it, from her perspective, yeah, it makes sense. Your parents have like cancer and you need them like legitimately valid. But when you first hear about it, it's like, who else is it real? Am I in the Truman Show? I didn't know this became the Truman Show. What is happening? But the other thing, that's one of the things I like as an idea of like thinking about, because that idea of trying to recreate another person is really horrible, but really interesting. But the other one I like is the whole thing of like, are these people real? And I know this is season 2, because season 2's already out, and they do a whole thing with it, and they did a little sneak peek of like, oh, by the way, we have a backup copy which might not be activated, so we might not have the memories from the last season. But there's questions: what is real? Are these people real that sacrifice themselves, or are the new versions real? What are the real individuals? It is so insane, and it's so interesting what's going to happen in season 2, because that's what I want to know. Is there going to be something else? I am actually interested, and this is so interesting. Like, this technology of like uploading someone's mind is public knowledge, and it's so interesting. But this idea of like, are these people real? Because AI, in a way, is not real. Is not like a human being. You can have the TV series and you have the debate of, is it real in that way? I'm not debating if AI is good or bad. I'm asking, does it believe, think, or feel? AI sort of doesn't. But if the technology exists, and I'm not, maybe AI, maybe you can artificially do it, that's not the point. Because that's an interesting question in its own right. But if I copy my mind, either this style or any of the other fantasy styles, because there's a couple of things I think talked about, like either copying, I think there was a Black Mirror episode which did a similar idea. It was like Star Trek-y, if you know, you know. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's one of my favorite episodes. I absolutely love it. But I like the idea of this person, sort of the idea of, if you copy a mind, are they the person? And also, I know people are going to comment saying Black Mirror episode 2 for DNA and that's physically impossible. Yeah, I know. Don't care. It's fun. Anyway, this is dark. The idea of like scanning your brain the way is so messed up. But with this, the one thing I like is through it all, it's always saying, am I real? Is this real? Who am I? What am I? It is so insane questioning it. And when you first find out through emojis with the emojis of the dance, it's really interesting, and it becomes it's so horrifying because what was once a fun idea just becomes more and more dark. This idea, and definitely when they're starting to degrade, I always like because is this what we want? This is just, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, this is, a lot of people like these shows. The villains are like, oh yeah, this is how you beat death. No! Death is natural. Memento mori. Death happens for a reason. Please no. If anyone was like, by the way, can you scan Henry Drake? No! I'll pass. Can I pass? Can I skip on this procedure? I would like to die normally. I'm not a fan of dying normally, but can I die normally when this is so dark? I love the series though. It's really good and really entertaining. I talked about it for almost 10 minutes now. It will be 10 minutes, but I've talked about it for almost 10 minutes, so I think I proved that. This is so good. So entertaining and 100% worth to watch. So yeah, Pantheon. Watch it. It's really good and really amazing and really awesome. It's entertaining. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked and subscribed and comment. And good night for a while.
So yeah, time to upload.
Pantheon Season 1 review. Hashtag Pantheon. Hashtag Season 1. Hashtag review. Okay. Nearly done. Nearly over. Okay, so let's go into here. Let's go into videos. Let's go into review. It's not uploaded, obviously. Okay. Okay, so So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you like, and I hope you enjoy this video, which is gonna be like less than an hour. But yeah, good night. Good night. Also, I forgot to mention this, but I'm gonna mention this quickly. Also, just quickly put back my own face. False exit. False. Don't worry, I'm fine. But I'm like, this is on the 5th, so YouTube will see this on the 5th. But this will be back on the 26th. So obviously, someone's commented about this. People have said before, but I'm catching up. I want to like cover for this stuff that's gonna happen. So yeah. When I get back, it's going to be complicated. I'll explain how on the Cuphead, which again for YouTube is going to be even later. For Twitch is going to be on the 5th when some of this comes out. But there's going to be a couple of odd streams because I am still going to upload on YouTube and Twitch, TikTok. I mean, with clips, and on this days. But besides that, it's going to be a bit weird. Don't worry about it. Now goodbye this time.